Hello and congratulations on getting access to this video course that will show you how to use your web hosting panel, in this case the cPanel, which is what the majority of web hosting companies use. And we're going to show you how to use it to effectively run your website. See, what I've seen over the years is a lot of people tend to forget how powerful cPanel really is. And in doing so, they often go about buying fancy scripts that cost a lot of money and don't realize that they can use cPanel for free to do the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do in this video course is to cover several things that are crucial to running your website. So this is video number 1, the introduction to cPanel. So the premise is this: there are so many cPanel videos out there on YouTube that cover basic features of cPanel. But the problem is that they never really dive into the core of what cPanel really offers. And that is my goal in this video course. So this video course is not only going to show you the features of cPanel that you can use for your website, but also parts of it that can really help you truly take your business, take your website to the next level of success. And it's not just about maintaining your website and having email accounts or things like that, but really taking it to the next step. So here's a quick overview of what we're going to talk about in this video course. This is, of course, video number 1. Video number 2 is how to use the video tutorials feature. Now, because we're not really going to cover the basic features and all of that, I want to point you to this place because that way you can always refer back to it if you need to. And in this particular video, I'm also going to show you how to change the layout and design of the cPanel, because there are different layouts. So some of you might be seeing a certain layout, whereas some of you might be seeing a different layout. And I want you to know that they're all the same. The only difference is usually the icon that is used. So as long as you look at the words are the same. So I want to make sure that I cover that so you don't get lost along the way. And just be aware that it might look slightly different. Video number 3, we're going to talk about how to create and insert data into a MySQL database. A MySQL database is a standard database that pretty much most all PHP scripts or web scripts use. Now, there are videos that show you how to create MySQL databases, but there are not a lot of videos that show you how to actually edit the database, because this can actually come up at a later date where knowing how to do this actually is very, very crucial and a very good thing to know, so that if you do run into problems, you can actually fix them by yourself. Video number 4, we're going to talk about how to use AW Stats, which is a statistics program that analyzes and shows you what is happening inside of your website. And we'll talk about how to apply it to your business. Video number 5, we're going to talk about what is Softaculous and how to use it. Some of you might see that you have a software program called Fantastico. If you still do, keep in mind that Fantastico has been no longer supported. It has been replaced by a program called Softaculous. And we'll talk more about that and how it helps you and how it benefits you and how it can help you run your business. Video number 6, we'll talk about how to set up an error and redirect page. The reason why you're going to need to have this set up is over time, you're going to set up pages, you're going to set up posts, you're going to delete those posts and pages. And if Google has indexed that page, for example, and somebody clicks on that page, they're going to see an error page, and guess what? Most likely, you have lost that potential subscriber, potential fan, or even potential buyer. So in that case, you're going to make sure that you want to redirect all of your error pages to your front page or any page that you desire to do. So we'll talk about that in video number 6. Video number 7, we'll talk about how to use File Manager effectively. Believe it or not, you're not going to need to have any fancy FTP programs to upload files like videos, zip files, or any files. So I'm going to show you how to use File Manager so that you can pretty much do everything within cPanel if you understand how to do it right. Then of course, video number 8, we're going to talk about email authentication. This prevents people from abusing your email address. And I'll show you how this works, why you need it, and all of that in that particular video. And of course, last but not least, I'll talk about how to back up and restore your website, which is crucial. There are many different scenarios, many different situations that you need to be aware of to protect yourself. Because guess what? Setting up a website, not having it backed up, not being able to restore it, it's a nightmare. You've spent hours, days, months, even sometimes years or even decades on your website. You want to make sure that you have a backup copy to be able to restore it if you need to do so. And there are other cases as well. For example, let's say you are using a web host and the web host goes bankrupt. There are many different situations beyond just the basics. And I want to make sure that I cover that so that you're aware and you protect yourself. So obviously what you need is you're going to need to have cPanel. So that's it. Let's move on to the next video.